My name is Christopher Evans, and I can honestly say that 2 years into my high school, this has been my most productive year. Mainly because I've learned more than just book work. I've learned how to make my work more efficient, better, make it get 100% instead of just 70% or 80%. And that makes life a lot easier knowing that when I get older and I go to college, that college will look at my grade point out and say, wow, he knows what he's doing, I want him at my college. Coming into the 10th grade, I knew a lot of things, and that was thanks to the freshman teachers, mainly, math, English, how to get my work done, how to do better on my work. But after I got into the 10th grade, I learned that it wasn't such a big transition. Mainly the only transition I really did was learning new things besides book work and doing a lot more sports than what I normally do. Last year, my freshman year, I've only done basketball and track. This year I picked up football, and I learned that I'm actually quite good at it. I learned a lot more stuff, and I used it throughout my sophomore year. Even though it wasn't my most effective, my grades right now are what I normally like to see, with B's and a C. But I know that next year, when I'm a junior, that I'll be able to do it better because I plan on learning over the summer that how to make stuff way more easier than what I learned this year. Also, I learned to go the extra mile. And I learned that through football, thanks to my coach. Always push, never stop at what's good enough. Keep going the extra mile to make it better. And I know I've known this because of our English and chemistry project in English class. We had to gather information on character we learned in English and an element that they learned in chemistry. And the way me and my partner did it is we found our strong points. I know English better than he does, and he knows chemistry better than I do. So what we did was we separated the work. He did the chemistry part, and I did the English part. And then after all of that was done, we got together and found that each element and the character, what they had in common, and we found our two main characters and element, and then we made this collage or art, whatever you want to call it. But knowing that I was able to do that me and my partner were able to get the work done, means that my junior year is going to be way better than my sophomore year because I'm going to push myself harder. And through sports, it's definitely going to keep me on track because I need to keep my grades up in order to play all the sports I truly want to. One main big key thing that next year's teachers should know is that I'm a big procrastinator. I always like to wait till the last minute to do things, mainly because I'm just a lazy guy. That's just who I am. But even though I can be lazy, I can still get the work done. And when it's time to work, I work hard when it's needed. And I do that whenever we're in a group. If my group needs me to do something, I'll do it. If they need to do more, I'll do it. With no kind of questions or no arguments. If it needs to be done, I'll get it done because I like to have time afterwards, and I'm sure they do too. One thing I want to improve on is being more relaxed, but at the same time getting my work done on time, because I have a problem with turning my work in late and not even completing all of my homework, mainly because of my lazy personality. But I want to improve on relaxing because I don't want to overwork myself, which I feel is another reason why I don't get a lot of my work done, because I'm working too hard and I don't have enough time afterwards to get all my stuff done. My long-term goal is to first of all leave Michigan. That's the one thing I want to do. I really don't like this state, mainly because of the weather, but I want to leave Michigan, apply to the University of San Diego, get a major in business law, and probably get a minor in just law. I don't know what type of law yet, but I still have time to figure that out. But that's just one thing I want to do as I get older. I have a dream, and that dream is to become an actor. I've done a lot of things to get to that point, but I'm still learning the processes of what I should do, and I'm going to work at it so I make sure my dream is realized as well as my long-term dream is realized. But as I wrap this up, there's one quote I've always gone by. Life is a lesson that can't be learned. One's own knowledge of life is his or her own passing grade. And that to me means to go with the flow, go with what you know, and learn more. I'm Christopher Evans. Thank you for listening.
I'm wondering how you best work. Like, what are the perfect situations for you to not procrastinate?
I guess for me to not procrastinate, on this presentation I didn't procrastinate because I was looking forward to it. So I feel if it's a project that I'm really looking forward to and I'm excited to do, I'm going to do my best to make sure it's an A+ work and start early and not late.
Did it help that it was a presentation because you're interested in acting and that sort
Yes,
of thing?
it also helps my charisma to be up in front of people and talk like this. It helps a bit. It's a lot. Definitely.
You say you're a lazy guy.
Yes.
And you go the extra mile in football.
Yes.
How come you don't transfer that into the classroom?
Well, because in classroom settings, since I'm so lazy, I don't look forward to doing work in the classroom. I just don't like to work in the classroom. But in football, I look forward to being on the field, being able to hit somebody. I look forward to doing that. So I guess all I can say is if I look forward to it, I'll do better than that. Sure. But if I don't, then it won't be as A+ work that it should be. Right?
You said you wanted to do law, right?
Yes.
How long do you go to school for?
I'm not sure. I'm still learning.
But like, if you don't like to be proactive in the classroom setting, how are you gonna?
Well, that's the plan that I'm gonna do as I get older. I'm hoping to change my personality and how I work in the classroom setting. That way, when I go to college and try and major in business law, it'll be easy and it won't be as hard. And I won't be working as hard because it'll come to me easy. Michelle?
You said your dream is to be an actor, but
Yes.
where do you see yourself in the real world?
In the real world, I see myself in a tall building in a nice little cubicle, working my way slowly up the ladder to become at a higher position where I can get bigger pay and support myself. Kyle.
What was the quote from? Who said that quote?
I actually made that quote. That quote, I made it for about a year ago, and that's just something I've been going by ever since then. Right.
Yeah, no, come back to that.
Would that be all?
You said you wanted to be a lawyer, but you also said that your dream was to be an actor. Do you want to be like a lawyer and an actor on the side? Or
Well, this is the thing. My dream, I gotta look at the big picture. I gotta look at, how the real world acts. And to become an actor, it's a lot harder. So for me to waste a lot of my time to become an actor would be pointless if I'm not gonna make it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna major in law first, give me a nice stable job, and then work towards becoming an actor.
I'm wondering, in argument's sake, do you usually win?
Since I'm so argumentative, I won't stop until I think I will.
And really, you could take some of your theatricals and blow them in the room, at least in the courtroom, as long as you don't get kicked out by the judge. So.
I've always been told since I'm so argumentative, I should be a lawyer. So
Perfect.
that's something I look for.
I like it.
If you leave Michigan, where do you see yourself at?
I see myself in California, and I know that for a fact because I have family up there, my auntie, and she says whenever I want to come down, I can even live with her if I really wanted to. I just have to, help take care of the house and stuff. But she doesn't care if I come down there, so I know that for a fact. Yes.
What are your goals, your plans to change your character?
One thing is to start looking forward to school. Find something that interests me to push me to want to do my work and want to do it well. Instead of just, man, I got this next, got that next. Just let me get it over with. I'm going to actually look forward to doing it, look forward to doing the work so I can get a better grade than what I know. Any more questions?
Thank you very much.